is D'Artagnan Jones, and I am the lucky citizen of one of the most pleasant and welcoming cities that the world has to offer, Columbus, Ohio.
So fortunate I am to live in the capital of our great state, also the home of the world-renowned Ohio State University, recognized for both its academic distinction and for having the best damn football team in the land, the Buckeyes. The football legacy in this city ranks among the best in the country, and of course that means the best in the world. But football is just one of the many great things that this land has to offer. Throughout Ohio, you find so naturally laid its glorious scenic beauty, a rich visual allure that refreshes the senses and rejuvenates one's appreciation for life and for living. And what's found in the people is nothing less than eminence and excellence. Enriched in our people, there is a genuine sense of politeness, camaraderie, wisdom, triumph over adversity, and courage. Out of all the great treasures in Ohio, the most valuable can be found in its people. To live in Ohio is to be a Buckeye, and to be a Buckeye is to be of the brightest and the bravest, the most considerate, most helpful, and most true. As Ohioans, we exemplify the most achieved American.
And it is good to live here.
Living a life, loving it all, having some fun, out of control, getting it on, having a ball, loving life, out of control. Ripping it up, tearing it up, having some fun, out of control.
You members of the audience might be wondering just exactly what this movie is about. But don't worry, folks, I do know the answer. And you have not just begun a documentary on Ohio. It's actually much more than that. This movie is a documentary all about me.
That's right, D'Artagnan Jones. Guess what? I am a pop music artist, and I have just finished recording my most amazing full-length record album. I recorded it in my own private bedroom studio, and I played all the instruments myself. I will most definitely go down in history as one of the greatest chart-topping artists to ever hit the music industry. There is not a single doubt in my mind that this album will go straight to #1, and I further this claim by making the solemn, vow-type promise of 2 #1 hit singles off of this record. That is, at least 2 #1 hit singles off of my record, of which I plan to release in a totally huge record deal with one of the biggest record labels in the world. But I have yet to pick which lucky record label it's going to be that I will allow to sign me up, in order to make us both a shitload of fucking money. All while simultaneously spreading my music throughout the world. I went through the phone book and picked out all the major record labels that we have right here in Columbus. I sent all of them copies of my new full-length long-playing record. Now I just have to sit back and let fate take its course. I estimate that within a month I'll be a fully blown-out celebrity. And that's why I have decided to make this documentary that you are now watching.
Of course, we all know, reality TV has become an extremely popular form of entertainment in American mainstream society. I am stating this in early 2005, and before the millennium, there was only about 1% of the reality TV we've all become so familiar with and so fond of.
This movie could easily be categorized in a genre that would be synonymous with reality TV. The differences being, this will not actually be aired on television, and there is only going to be one episode. And in this episode, I will capture what will be the most critical event of my life thus far. The signing of a huge big money record deal. The releasing of my enormous sales record-breaking album. I know that it is well within my reach, and I also know that at least a couple of these pop songs are obviously destined to be big-time chart-topping #1 hit singles, and I can't wait.
With this self-made documentary, I utilize a device created to show you nice people just exactly who I am. I want to show you the real me. You know, the real me. The really, really real me.
Baby, baby, why you look so crazy when you look at me? Baby, baby, why do you look so crazy? You know very well. You look at me, you know there's so much behind these eyes. I look at you, I know that there's so much behind your eyes. Baby, you can tell, you know so well. You know very well. Baby, baby, I want to know why you look that way when you look at me. Baby, baby, what is that your eyes conceal? You know very well. My eyes speak to you each time I look at you. My eyes are screaming words that I cannot say to you. Baby, baby, you can tell, you know so well. You know very well. Baby, you can tell, you know so well. You know very well.
My name is D'Artagnan Jones, and I am a singer, songwriter, synthesizer player of pop music. I have recorded my full-length album in my own home studio. It is terrific, and it is going to be fucking enormous. I make a solemn vow-type promise to the whole world, and to everyone else that watches this documentary. This album will produce at least 2 or more #1 hit singles, and that is my unbreakable word as an artist, and my sound proclamation as a man. Now, in order to show all you nice folks just how sure I am of myself, I'm going to call up one of these record industry executives at this huge big-time money corporate record company
right here in downtown Columbus. I'm going to introduce myself to one of my future potential business associates, give him or her a heads up on this record that I have sent to them and they are unknowingly in great anticipation of. This record company is called Enormous Profit Records. Sounds like a good one.
Hello, is this one of the record executives for Enormous Profit Records? What's your name, dude? Randolph Science, it's nice to meet you. And where are you guys located?
Oh, at the corner of State and Front, huh? Sounds pretty sweet. What's up, dude? This is D'Artagnan Jones, future greatest new pop overnight sensation, who will soon conquer the entertainment industry. And today I am giving you the most courteous of calls.
Listen up, dude. At this very moment in the Columbus Postal System is currently in transit a parcel containing my most excellent pop album, and you will be given the exclusive rights to release it. That is, if you got the bills to pay the skills. Yeah, I do sound pretty sure of myself, don't I? Well, there's a good reason for that. It's because I am so obviously the best. That's right. I write the best songs with the best lyrics. I play with real passion, dude. I am an artist. That's right, I do everything. I write songs, I sing songs, I do it all. You're gonna be real happy when you hear my record. Oh, you don't believe me? Hey, don't get loud with me. My record is the best. Oh, you say you don't believe me? Fuck that. I am the best and I can prove it. Okay, fine, you don't believe me? Are you calling me a liar? I can walk the walk and I can talk the talk. Dog, I'll prove it. I'll show you what's up, Mr. Randolph Science.
I'll play you a song over the phone right now. Are you ready? Okay then. I wrote this song about a part-time job I had a few years ago. It was a really good way for me to meet sexy women. I was a phone operator at Suicide Hotline. Alright, you want to hear a song? I'll show you what's up right now. This song is called Suicide Hotline Girls. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you for calling here at Suicide Hotline. Me and my friends are doing just fine. I'm sorry that things have been bad for you, but maybe I can help change your point of view. Hey girl, what neighborhood you calling from? Hey, that's not too far from here. How about directions to your house? And I can bring some beer. I know you've been depressed lately, but I got what cures your ails. And if I can't come over to your house, we'll meet up at a motel. Thank you for calling here at Suicide Hotline. I'm coming over with a bottle of wine. My personality may not be the best, but sex with me has got to be better than death. Yes, sex with me has got to be better than death. Yes, sex with me has got to be better than death. Yes, sex with me has got to be better than death. Sex with me has got to be better than death.
Now you know what's up, rich dude. I told you I'm the best. Now don't sweat it, dude. My phone number is enclosed in the packaging with my sweet record. I know you love that song, and we both know it's bound to be #1 on the charts. That's right. I told you I'm the best. Wait, what? Maybe I didn't hear you right.
You say you didn't like my song? But my song is so awesome. How could you not like it? What do you mean you didn't like it? That song rules, man. My songs rule. That song does not suck. It rules. Yes, it does rule. Whatever, dude. You suck, and my songs rule. I don't suck either. I rule. You're the one who sucks, dude. You, Randolph Science. You suck.
I wrote that song about all the beautiful, neurotic women in the world. Suicidal women, to be more specific. I write songs about all kinds of things.
What I've come to discover through my very extensive research is that suicidal women are very, very, very talented in bed. Now, if science can explain that, then I definitely want that explained to me. I used to put in a couple extra hours a week at the suicide hotline. I just work an hour or two until some lucky young suicidal hottie would call up wanting some death, but instead getting something a little different. Which is better, sex or death? I don't know. But since then I've really matured. Now I have found much more practical ways to meet women.
Hey, listen. Don't use foul language with me. I'm trying to tell you about my inspiration as an artist. Now, you're a record executive for a huge corporation. You, of all people, should understand.
Whatever, man. This is my art, and art is my life. Fuck you. Hello? Hello? Oh, I guess he hung up on me.
That guy called me a dumbass loser. He said that I was a no-talent nothing. How dare he say that? I have more talent in my little finger than he has in all his fingers combined. Oh well. What's it matter anyway? Maybe he's right. Maybe I won't amount to anything. Maybe I am just a big loser like he said. A big loser that will never amount to anything. I guess I should have known all along. I can't really do this. I can't just be a famous pop artist with at least 2 #1 hit singles. I must be crazy to think that I can really do this. Who am I kidding? I can't just release some mainstream pop album, overnight sensation, and then just all of a sudden be #1 on the charts, breaking sales records all over the world. I guess I should just give up. Give up on everything. Give up believing in anything. Oh man, what was I thinking? I guess I should just give up on everything in general. Oh. Hey, wait a second. Hey, wait 1 second here. That's not the Buckeye spirit. I'm not a quitter. No way. What would Woody Hayes say to that kind of sissy talk? I'm no softy. No fucking way. I'm tough. I'm mean. And there's no way these motherfuckers are gonna stop me. I'm gonna make it. My pop record is amazing, and it will be #1. I'll be #1. In fact, I'm already #1. I'm just waiting for the rest of the world to catch up with me. To hell with that stupid record label guy, Randolph Science, at Enormous Profit Records. I'm gonna make it. I don't give a fuck what he says. I'm gonna make it all the way.
I'm gonna be #1. I swear it. I already made a formal declaration with a solid vow-type promise on videotape. I can't change that. It's practically set in stone. I have to fulfill this promise to the people watching this documentary and to all mankind. and also to all womankind, and to everyone else.
Let's take a brief moment to get better acquainted. I'll give you a quick background on my life and living situation.
I live in this house. I moved here 2 days before my 18th birthday, and I've lived here ever since. I am now 24 years old. This house is a convenient 10-minute walk to my job, and I really love my job.
When I was 16 years old, I dropped out of high school so that I could work full-time. It is one of the best decisions I ever made, because only 2 months later I started working full-time as a cashier at a grocery store. It is such exhilarating work.
I am still employed at this very grocery store on this very day, and I am still a cashier. Though I have been offered manager positions before, I have declined every time. I want to stay on lane, out in the field, for I do take my work very seriously. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that I love it. After all this time, I've become quite good at it. I hope to never lose my job. Even after I achieve pop music celebrity stardom status, I will still put in shifts at the grocery store. That is, of course, when I'm not in New York or LA, or maybe on a world tour. This is me practicing scanning. I am trying to perfect my technique. I've spent years developing it. Now you folks keep in mind this is only a rehearsal in my bedroom. There are no customers, and that is not actual grocery store merchandise. I'm just practicing with my own personal items. Wow. I really know how to scan some fucking groceries. I really like to watch myself work. I'm sure you, the viewer, also enjoy watching me work. But don't get too excited, folks. I don't even have a cash register over there. This exercise is merely to shape my technique.
I'd love to show you my performance at my actual job, but the manager would not allow me to bring my camera in. He's just jealous because I'm so good at my work. Just look at me in action. That's okay though. I know he'll regret it when I'm rich and famous. Oh man, I can't wait to go into work tomorrow. Music is one of the few things that I love more than being a cashier. Another thing I really love is people, but of course that is a love placed in a category not comparable to that of art or day job.
Music is so easy to love. It is something you can love without limit. I often say that if you are blessed with a genuine love for music, you can never be truly lonely, and you will never be too miserable. Through all one's trying times in life, it is music that will always befriend you. Music is real, and this documentary is real. It is really real. This is my real organ, and this is reality TV at its finest. This is as real as it gets. I learned how to play music on this very organ. Oh, my organ memories, so permanent and vividly imprinted in my mental memoirs, with a memory that has equal calling upon the mind as it does the soul. This very organ sat in the house I grew up in, and with it I taught myself how to play music. Oh, such lovely memories. I'm so blessed. My life is so blessed, with great wealth of life, living, and wealth of loving. And in the setting of such a life is set a foundation that when built upon will create a future that at its very minimum will only be equally wonderful. A future of brilliant color, so colorful with the inherent reflection of these which are eternal. These, my organ memories. I know that the world is anxiously awaiting my music, but they just don't realize it yet. Yes, folks, the world is awaiting the arrival of D'Artagnan Jones, and I am only awaiting the world.
I especially can't wait to send my message to all the pregnant women of the world. Yes, it's true. A pregnant woman is one of my many guilty pleasures, and I am so guilty of this grand indulgence. I feel that she is one of the sexiest luxuries that life has to offer.
This of which being my allegiant following, my insatiable attraction, and pursuit of nature's finest beauties while in their fullest bloom. There's just something exhilarating about it. It's wonderful. It's where it's at. Making love to a pregnant woman is really like getting down with nature. It is so wholesome. I have always had great luck meeting pregnant women at Lamaze classes. Since they're all hanging out together, it makes it real easy to gather up a few and bring them home for a good old-fashioned pregnant woman orgy. I've even been known to organize my own Lamaze classes and host them in my house. That makes it really easy to have an orgy because they're already at my house.
What I do is a very morally conscious act. A lot of these pregnant women have lovers that ignore them and their sexual needs. Some of them find their female partner as unattractive, especially while in the later portion of their pregnancy term. They just can't handle that big belly, and that is indeed very fortunate for me. Because by the time these fine ladies find themselves my way, they're usually pretty horny.
The most loving and ethically minded act that I can perform would be the very act of love. And it is of a genuine love. At least when they come to my house, it keeps them off of the streets and out of the bars.
They could end up with some hoodlum who doesn't even know how to practice the sexual positions that are designed especially for the safety of the mother and the unborn child. I, of course, am very well versed in these methods. I can even show the lovely ladies a few unorthodox breathing exercises that you're not taught in your average Lamaze class. I am a nice guy and of a genuine respect. I'm doing these ladies a favor and their families a favor by keeping the women satisfied. The later stages of the pregnancy are always quite trying, and it's a good thing that I'm here to be of assistance. These ladies' chemicals are all unbalanced, and sex with me acts as a great equalizer, and I can prove it. I think that their husbands and lovers should be thanking me, but believe it or not, that's never happened. That's gratitude for you.
And seeing as how these women are already pregnant, it is even more awesome that I don't have to wear a condom. I most certainly wear a sleeve when partaking on the physical love of a suicidal lady friend, but pregnant women are at the doctor's all the time. She has most certainly been checked out and is A-OK. I hate using condoms. That's like taking a shower with a raincoat on. Unfortunately, I don't have a raincoat, otherwise I would be wearing it in order to better demonstrate, but I'm sure you get the general idea. Anyways, back to the subject of my outstanding sense of ethics and morals.
I very much so feel that my having sex with these women is in fact a civil service to society. My lust for them is actually helping to save the world. I'm bringing peace to the community, and if you don't mind my saying so, of course, I'm getting a little peace myself. And all for the sake of humanity. Between pregnant women and suicidal women, life has been very good to me. Sometimes I've been lucky enough to meet a woman that was both suicidal and pregnant at the same time. That's like hitting the jackpot. The suicidal side motivates her body, and the pregnant side motivates my body. It gives me the opportunity for extraordinary enjoyment, and if I do a really good job, perhaps I can keep her thoughts away from suicide for at least an hour or so. Now, sometimes these women are found to be a bit unstable. Some of them are downright unhealthy. In case you've never heard, a pregnant woman's suicide can be really harmful for the unborn baby. But I can help. See, once again, I'm helping people out. I'm helping everybody out, and I ask for no reward. The sex itself is reward enough. I'm really just happy that I'm able to help so many people. These ladies come to me, and I reach out my hand to them. I'm only able to help them because I love them. I really do. How could I not love them? I love to host orgies, so that I can help so many of them at the same time. I'm helping so many people, but I'm only always happy to give. It's so easy for me to love what I'm doing. It's so easy to love all of them so much. I really do love all of them. Some of them I love more than others. I see them for who they are, and I love them for who they are.
I love it when you're pregnant, baby. 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 You know that I ain't no jester while you're in the third trimester. And baby, I ain't no clown when the stork be coming round. And I know that my heart is in the right place when your belly's blocking your fucking ugly face. I love it when you're pregnant, baby. When you're pregnant, baby. I love it 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 when you're pregnant, baby. Inside there is a future delinquent, but it's your body that I like to frequent. But soon our fun is gonna stop. Don't be coming back after that kid drops. I love it when you're pregnant, baby. 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 I love it when you're pregnant, baby.
One of the most important things in my life is my amazing, huge library of music. I think that it is essential to me as the serious artist to acquire and collect as much music as possible. For even if I may not appreciate some of the material in regards to quality, there is still plenty to be learned from it. In all honesty, there is very little music in this world that I actually do enjoy. There is only one band that I truly love, and that is of course the Beach Boys. Other bands I like are the Fantastic Baggies, the California Suns, the Dantes, Bruce and Terry, the Platters, the Four Freshmen, the Wheelmen, the Ragamuffins, the Sunsets, the Trade Winds, the Sunrays, the Ink Spots, the Fleetwoods, the Honeys, the Seashells, and I also think that Jan and Dean are okay. But that's pretty much it. Now there's an obvious similarity between all of those artists that is very easy to pick out. So easy in fact that I need not even mention it. It's also very easy to spot that particular influence in my music.
but I don't wanna spend the whole day in bed. My eyes are so blind and I'm so addicted. I wake up to find I'm only daydreaming again. With the clarity of a memory, someday the future will be the past, and my prophecy is a reality. I'm seeing sights of daydreams past. What do these daydreaming days unfold? With revelations of such precision, to a day that dreams unto me foretold. And what reality will envision, and the visions relayed in my daydreaming days. You know it when I'm daydreaming, I'm daydreaming again, I'm daydreaming again. I'm daydreaming again. But I don't wanna spend the whole day in bed. My eyes are so blind and I'm so addicted. I wake up to find I'm only daydreaming again.
Yes, I make music that is obviously greatly influenced by my heroes, and I have written #1 hit singles like my ultimate hero, Brian Wilson. I have a lot of music to listen to. I listen to everything that I can get my hands on. I think it's important to be as educated as possible, and that's exactly what Woody Hayes believed. I apply these guidelines to my musicianship, and I feel that to have such a diverse musical knowledge will only be of benefit to me and my artistic development in general. As you can see, I have an enormous collection, and it is one of the best in the city. I have done my research, so I can back up that claim with no problem. I know what I'm talking about, and there are only a couple personal collections in the city that can rival mine. In a few years, I plan to have the largest private music collection in the world. As you can see, I don't have that much further to go. I am constantly making sure that I am at my best, and I feel that every single person on this earth has an individual responsibility to every other person to at all times be at their very best. For me personally, the best thing that I can do is to make music and to have the biggest record collection. One that will someday, without a doubt, be the biggest in the world. I live a life that exists in dedicated pursuit of excellence. My life is an adventure that has led me to many strange practices. Some would consider to be most uncommon practices, these of which I plan to continue, even after I reach my celebrity stardom, but most likely on a much larger scale. Late at night, I cannot sleep. My mind and body grow restless and racing. I walk the city streets looking for answers, looking over and over again for the answers to my many questions. I look at the houses and apartments, townhouses and efficiencies. I see all the buildings of business and residence, life, living, action, and in nearly every one of them. And also, inside the buildings are people's personal music collections. But why do they even bother? Their collections all pale in comparison to my immense library. I seek them out. I search them out. I watch people. I watch them. I go to record stores, and when I'm done shopping for records, I begin shopping for people. I pick out people. I follow them and I watch them. I watch their homes. I climb up a tree and look inside their window. I wait until they leave their house or go to sleep. And that is when I enter their home and I go through their music collection so that I can make sure that it is not a better collection than mine. And in this search, I have never been that disappointed. Now, one important factor to all of this is the fact that I never steal from these people. Even if they do have some records that I'd like to get my hands on, I will not commit thievery. I would consider it cheating to steal from someone's private collection. Once my inventory check is done, I depart the person's residence, taking nothing with me but the reassurance that I have the greatest private music library in the city, and that feels good. So for those of you watching this, all big music collectors of the world or anywhere else, to any of you who think they might have some sort of record collection, well, guess what? You ain't got shit. The proof speaks for itself. And for those of you in Columbus with a halfway decent record collection, guess what? I've seen it, and it sucks. Kiss my ass. My record collection rules. Nobody has a bigger one. Nobody. Fuck everybody. Nobody has a bigger record collection than me. Nobody has a better record collection than me. Fuck everybody. You think that you got records? You think that you got some sort of record collection? How dare you? How dare you think that? I have records. I have the records. I have the record collection. Me. In the dark of the night, I walk the city streets. I dress all in black, and I follow you home. I roll in the grass, and I climb up a tree. Look out your window, and you're looking at me. You can't see me. I am sneaking upon you. In the dark of the night, I walk the city streets. I run in the shadows, and I'm not even seen. I creep silently, and I hide in a tree. Look out your window, and you're looking at me. You can't see me. I am sneaking upon you.
And speaking of music, I think I'll call up another one of those big money, huge time record labels that we have here in Columbus. Let them know that my awesome record is on its way. Let's see here. This one is called Large Cheese Records.
Hello. Is this a record executive for Large Cheese Records? What's up, you lucky ducky? This is the call you've been waiting for. Yeah, that's right. This is D'Artagnan motherfucking Jones. What's your name? That's right on, Marvin Charles Bailey. That name rules. All right, listen up. You're going to find yourself very happy with me. That is, if you got what it takes to be my record label. You're Large Cheese Records, right? Well, I can talk cheese. I'm talking about cheese right now. I'm speaking your language, dude. And if you throw down enough cheese to call upon my better interest, then we can definitely help each other become totally fucking rich. How's that sound? You see, Marvin, I'm kind of like a one-man boy band. And guess what? I sent my awesome future #1 pop album to your office, and you're gonna get $signs in your eyes when you hear the obvious hit potential in these kick-ass songs. What's up, buddy? I'm giving you the inside tip. You'll appreciate it later.
So, Marvin, tell me, how are things going for you lately? Yeah, have you been doing all right? Yeah, I've been a little depressed lately. Kinda lonely, you know? I don't know.
I spend so much time working on my music. I have hardly any time at all for my friends and family. You know what I mean? It's nice to finally have a chance to sit down and take a break and chat with someone. I feel like I'm just working all the time. Good grief. Who wants to work all the time? So, tell me about yourself. Do you like working downtown? Yeah, lately I've been dating all these pregnant women. And don't get me wrong, I have a great time, but all of them are either married or have boyfriends. Some of them even have girlfriends. I find that totally awesome. But I just never get the chance to get to know any of these women. Our acquaintance with one another is always so short. I'm not able to confide in any of them the way I would with a close friend that I've known for a while. I actually have a specific address book for suicidal girls I met while working at the suicide hotline. Years later, I'm still helping detour these ladies from suicide, and they keep choosing sex over death. May I be so bold to proclaim that as an indication of my wicked awesome performance? Either that, or they just need a little bit of cheering up. I'm not sure how, but I do manage to cheer them up. But what I want to know is who's going to cheer me up. I need to be cheered up too. It seems that I'm always so busy, I rarely have any time to see my friends. Oh, what a mess. Come hang out with me, dude. You like sex, right? Kick ass. I know some really hip girls. These girls really know how to party. They're roommates, and both happen to be pregnant at this very moment. Now, both of these women have husbands in the penitentiary, but these guys are sent up for a long time, so we have nothing to worry about. Now, these girls are a lot of fun. They are the coolest. Yeah, come hang out with me, dude. That is right on.
Oh, what's wrong? You gotta go? You're busy? Okay, well, call me later or something, alright? Goodbye. I'm just mixing up the concrete that's gonna pave my way to success. I cannot wait to be rich and famous. Then all this hard work will have paid off, and I can finally take a break from all this work that I smother myself with.
With all these things going on, it's vital that I keep a collected composure of competence and maintain what's known as a level head, for I am about to encounter a world full of changes, one of the most diverse reinventions that an individual can experience. Soon, I will have to learn how to separate my new life from my old life. I will have to segregate the elements to provide a fresh state of mind for all the changes. Complicating, circulating, operating, generating. My present life is that of a full-time cashier at the grocery store who pays rent for a bedroom in this house. And my new life will consist of far too many aspects for my imagination to fathom at this time. Soon I will be rich and famous, one of the richest and most famous people in the world. With all my #1 hit singles, my name will be a household name, and everyone in the world is going to want to be my friend.
But little do they know that everyone in the world is already my friend. And yes, that means you too.
I am about to embark on an amazing journey. An adventure of the mind, body, soul, spirit, emotions, and whatever else constitutes the pop musician's portrait of an artist as the young man that I am. My existence as the soon-to-be chart topper. Soon, I will have to decide what will accompany me on my journey and what will be left behind. New life. New life. New living. New life. Not old life. Not anymore. Segregate. Separate. Discover the new. Complicating. Circulating. The new life. Operating. Generating. Think new. Act new. Speak new. Be new. And not be of the old anymore. I'm the newest of new. I can't wait to have the money to buy myself many awesome big mansions. I'm going to have homes in New York, LA, Chicago, London, Paris, Clintonville, Upper Arlington, and at least 2 houses on campus, one north and one south. Then I don't have to live in this house anymore with all these weirdo roommates. Don't get me wrong, I have enjoyed myself here, and I am in great appreciation of this house. I moved here 6 years ago with some young boys from my high school. The rent is reasonable, and like I said before, it is a convenient walk to my job. All the people I originally arrived here with moved out long ago, and quite a few people have since come and gone. Most of the roommates I've shared this house with I hardly even knew. In fact, I can't even remember the names of all the people living in this house right now. Maybe my roommates are students, or maybe they're musicians just like me. They could be people I know from bars and parties. I might even know these people and not even realize that I live with them. I might even live with an Ohio State football player. That would be so awesome. Maybe I live with Teddy Ginn, or Anthony Gonzalez, or maybe even Coach Tressel lives here. That would be totally awesome. Soon I will be rich. I'm sure my work will have me away for long periods of time, but I still know I will always spend as much time as possible here in Ohio, for it is a privilege to live here, this state which contains within its boundaries the landscape of the heavens. The view here may not necessarily be exclusive to Ohio. It is a picturesque land that is purely Midwestern. Yet somehow there is a unique charm to the lush rolling hillside, as well as the flatlands. The humidity casts the landscape with the richest shades of green that nature can provide. The eyesight is in splendor by this mystifying wonder, this land of limitless beauty, and on the clearest day, with the brightest of blue skies, and the sun's luminescence at full strength, what is brought forth to the eye is the most true of natural colors' vibrant brilliance, and what visions can be encountered underneath the timberline, at which a sight will steal one's breath, only to commit this repeatedly, to be stolen in anticipation, and with thankfulness again. And the Ohioans are just as friendly and welcoming as the scenery is to the eyes. What better to match this beautiful landscape than our people, the Ohioans, the Buckeyes, cherished and admired amongst our fellow Americans, despite the presidential election of 2004. Anyways, there is not a better culture to match this wondrous spectacle that is contained within our state's borders. For only the people of Ohio could be the appropriate complement to this luxurious example of nature. Here you look at the same thing every day and never grow tired of it. Most would agree you can only grow fonder of these visions. And what accompanies is a growing fondness for the people, along with the constant assurance that their fondness grows alike. That is one of the most distinguishing and cherished traits amongst our people, a feature contained within us that almost never fails to be found. For on a common individual basis, you will find the Ohioan loves to be from Ohio. I hope to have the privileged opportunity of seeing it always, excepting of course while traveling, or while residing in one of my many other homes in other cities. But even then, the eyes and adoration of my heart remain here, to reflect upon as so needed, and is so very needed.
Now this is reality TV.
I've got a full-length record with 2 number 1 hit singles. At least 2 of them number 1 hit singles. I'll go on a big world tour. My music is a gift to the world and all the people in it and everybody else. I've got a full-length record with 2 number 1 hit singles. At least 2 of them number 1 hit singles.
Such strange things happen to me in the dark of the night, things that can often not be explained. That is one of the reasons why I have sex with so many different women all the time. Sex with strangers is most certainly more normal than a lot of other things I could be doing while alone. But when the time comes for actual sleep, I prefer to sleep in my own bed by myself. However, there is a very good reason for this. Sometimes my songs come to me in my dreams.
Late at night, I can hear music.
I can hear music in the distance leading me somewhere, but I don't know where. I will follow this music, with no idea of where it will lead me. I wander the streets searching for the sound. I don't know where the search will take me. Who is that figure in the distance? Who is that man walking over there? Walking far away, and yet too close for my own comfortability. Everywhere I walk, he walks. Is he following me, or am I following him? I believe that I am following the music, but maybe he is the music. Or maybe he is me. And another thing, why is the sun shining in the middle of the night? Where is the music taking me? Where is this music leading me? Am I following the music, or a figure, or perhaps something other than these? Maybe I am following a light, or maybe I am the light. Maybe I am following a sound, or perhaps I am the sound. Whatever it is I'm following, I wonder where it will take me.
There is a perfect white light, and I bask in its luminescence. It is the light that shines on me in spiritual efflorescence, and all the colors of the spectrum reflecting on the other side. And all the world is lit up at once by the light that my body provides. It's daytime at all globes corners with the light that is projected. Through my body shines a perfect white light for all the world's colors reflected. My physical being is transparent, and when the light is separated, it is by two non-parallel plane faces a refraction is created. This action I deliver takes the real and makes it surreal, and to shed light upon all that's visions formerly concealed. So let me take you there, because I'm going to the furthest field. Because I am the prison, baby, and in this the truth is revealed.
Wow. What a strange night. I had such odd dreams. I dreamt that I was walking around outside, and after walking for a very long time, I found myself deep in the woods. And there, I found a group of people, and I had never met them before. They were playing and singing one of my songs, so I decided to play and sing along. Hey, wait! There's mud on my shoes, and I remember we were in the woods and it was muddy. Maybe it wasn't a dream at all. I guess I'll never know.
It is nights like last night that reveal to me that in many ways my life is a mystery, even to myself. I will soon leave this land and see the entirety of this world, a world most deserving of my servitude. I just want to be a civil servant. I just want to serve the world. I will soon leave my physical residence in Ohio, but only temporarily, and while my mental residence remains, I will go on some sort of tour, probably a world tour, and I will perform in front of hundreds of thousands of people in arenas and stadiums, all over the world and maybe even further. My music cannot fail. It's just what the mainstream is waiting for. The commercial appeal to this music is astronomical.
Well, I guess I'll call up another one of these record companies here in downtown Columbus. One of these labels is going to pick up on this. I'm just certain of it. For there is great profit to be had here, and great profit accompanies great distribution. And distribution is really what it's all about. Oh, I got someone. Hello, is this an executive for Big Fucking Bank Records?
Hello, this is D'Artagnan Jones, ultimate pop music extraordinaire. What's your name? Hello, Scotty Evolution. Oh, you say you've been hearing about me. How is that, sir? Randolph Science from Enormous Profit Records called you and said I'd probably be calling, huh? Well, I certainly hope you are more polite than him. He is very rude, and that is quite indicative of the impoverished mind.
Oh, your cousin, huh? Well, you folks are a far-removed departure from the standard charming disposition of the Ohioan. Oh, you say you guys are from Michigan. Ann Arbor, huh? Figures. Wolverines fans. No wonder. What are you assholes doing down here anyway? Oh, I see. There's been a recent strike for the record company executives. And you guys are the scabs? Oh, that is so typical, you fucking lowlifes. I hate scabs, and I piss on the maize and blue. Fuck you, Scotty Evolution.
Now someone is knocking at my door. I have to go. I'll call you later, and we can continue our conversation. Who is at the door?
Telegram for D'Artagnan Jones.
I am D'Artagnan Jones. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Who's sending me a telegram? Oh, it's from that other asshole record executive, Randolph Science from Enormous Profit Records. I just got off the phone with his rude cousin. I bet he sent this telegram in order to apologize as an attempt to redeem his good standing as a gentleman. Well, a nice apology might make up for it a little bit, but he really did hurt my feelings. Now I'm going to read this telegram, but I don't want to read it out loud. So there has been prepared a voiceover for you, the audience, to listen to while I silently read along in order to conserve my voice.
Dear D'Artagnan Jones.
You know what? I'm not really in the mood for reading it either, so I'm just gonna go ahead and listen to the voiceover with all of you.
Are you ready now?
Yes.
Dear D'Artagnan Jones. Stop. Just wanted to let you know that I hate you. Stop. Your music is the worst music that I've ever heard. Stop. I have yet to receive your terrible pop album in the mail, but after hearing that Suicide Hotline song, I would bet any amount of money that all your songs are completely horrible. Stop. You suck, and you are the worst musician ever. Your songs suck, your lyrics suck, and you're probably ugly. Stop. Don't ever contact me again, and when I get your stupid record, I'll probably wipe my ass with it. Stop. Oh, And one more very important thing. Fuck you. Sincerely, Randolph Science from Enormous Profit Records.
Oh no. That wasn't the apology I was expecting. Not even close. How dare he? Who is he to tell me that I'm a bad musician? I don't care who you are, Mr. Businessman, and I don't care what you think. You're just a dumb downtown businessman, and I am an artist. You don't know what it is to be a creative artist and to have creativity. I'm gonna make it. I'm one of the greatest pop musicians to ever live, and I'm going to prove it. I got what it takes to be the biggest star in the world, and nobody is gonna tell me otherwise, especially some jokers from Ann Arbor, Michigan. The Wolverines suck! I'm going to be a pop legend. No problem. I will give my music to the whole world as a gift to enjoy. It's the gift that keeps on giving. This guy thinks that he can discourage me? What a dumb son of a bitch. He is so profoundly wrong. For even after I die as a physical being, I will still survive and I will never truly die. I will always be living because my music will stay alive. My art is my destiny. I write all of my songs as a direct response to my most cherished organ memories. I remember as a child I would sit and play this very organ. It always made me so happy. Over the years, this is the organ that has helped me to develop as a songwriter. This is the most real reality TV that TV does not have to offer. But if you're watching this, you've stumbled upon it somehow, and I'm glad I have this to offer you, for this documentary gives you, the viewer, a good perspective of my routine and current circumstance. It's not easy being me. I have a lot of things to attend to. In fact, it's a big responsibility being me. I don't necessarily mind the responsibilities. I see it as a fair trade for the wonderful life that I've led. I have so many reasons to love life, and one main reason is the simple fact that I live here, in Ohio. This beautiful land, sacred earth, this virtual heaven on earth, a rehearsal for utopia, this land of which acts as a model for the human race, the greatest examples of life and living, the gravity of which is unmistakable. A transparent dew forms on the green leaf of the spring tree, as alike on the blades of grass in this air so thick with moisture. The sunshine floods the landscape with a blanket of light, drenching its warmth on all thriving in and beneath it, allowing us to bask in its sunny, lively radiance. Within these perceptions of the landscape can be found the revelations of the fundamental elements a person can adapt to their own personal lives in order to obtain the finest of living. All this is possible, and for myself and mine alike, we need not even leave our own backyards. One of the many reasons to love Ohio is an aspect quintessential to the land and its people. Of course, I'm talking about football. Yes, football is one of my greatest loves. Outside of music or being a cashier, I love football. To the development of football, Ohio has made an indelible contribution. The first meeting for what became the NFL actually took place in Canton in September of 1920. Throughout the 1930s, the NFL headquarters was in the 11th floor of this building here in downtown Columbus. It would be the shorter of those two. It's located at the corner of High and Broad. But that fact has long since been overshadowed and forgotten by the football program that gives Columbus, as well as Ohio, its esteem. It weaves the fabric that clothes and keeps warm each one of us, the colors of scarlet and gray. Ohio is 11.2 million people living in 41,222 square miles that consist of 88 counties. And somehow, we remain a comparably close-knit community. The composition of Ohio includes people of every race and nationality, every type of person the world has to offer. Our principal industries are manufacturing, tourism, agriculture, and mining. We are nationally considered to be a working-class state, and I don't think we'd want to have it any other way. And whereas hard work inspires hard play, a lot of our playtime is commonly revolved around football. Whether as player or spectator, it is a pastime most rewarding. Living in Columbus, it is only natural to love Ohio State football. It is more than just the school's team, it is the community's team. It happens in communities all over the world, but I'm glad that I get to live here and share in this one. However, as much as I love football, I sincerely doubt that any football player could ever sing as well or write as good a song as my hero, Brian Wilson, of the Beach Boys. Who, by the way, did play football in high school. He was a Hawthorne Cougar, and a quarterback, in fact. As I stated before, it is easy to spot the Beach Boys' influence in my music, but of course we differ in certain aspects. With my music, I address themes other than surfing and cars. In fact, there is an underlying message to my pop album that represents a different side of life. A similar theme that has an underlying presence in each song, whether subtle or blatant, it is this message that weaves all of the songs together. And that overall message is, kill yourself, you fucking peasant.
I don't mix with the peasantry, and they're not allowed to talk to me, and they're not allowed to speak to me, not allowed to sit next to me, and they're not my associates. I don't sing for the poverty, I don't think it's appropriate. I don't mix with the peasantry. I don't mix with the peasantry, and I won't allow their company, and they're not allowed to look at me, not allowed to even think of me. I don't care if they agree with me, they're not allowed to speak to me. I don't care if they believe
am an artist, and my eyes and perspectives are quite accurate when differentiating between who is the exalted and who is merely ordinary, or perhaps even less. But keep in mind, when I speak or sing of peasants and peasantry, I'm not referring to the word in its most common connotation of economic or financial status of the individual or group in question. Instead, I am using this term in the sense of a poverty that is found inside the mind. The impoverished mind is found in so many people, in every single type of person, regardless of sex, race, age, religion, or occupation. I think it's quite safe to say that I'm relatively innocent in regards to mental poverty, and I know this because I work in a grocery store and I'm a musician. That means that I really know people. Over the years, I've gotten to know lots and lots of people really, really well. Too many of them are not in any way, shape, or form exemplary contributions to society, and basically the best that you can say about them is that they're just plain fucking peasants.
Reality TV. I love it, and it certainly can't get any realer than this. I'm real, and this is some really real shit. The realist.
In the summertime, I get drunk every day. I sit in my backyard, yeah, in the summertime. And in my kiddie pool, I'm always drinking beer, even more than the rest of the year.
Life is so easy, you see. It's so simple to love life. Look at how happy I am, and I can't wait to go to work at the grocery store tomorrow. Just thinking about my job makes me want to practice. It feels so good to be a cashier. Just like it feels so good to play music and to be an Ohioan musician. I awake each day to greet this privilege, and I will again tomorrow. And if that's not good enough news, don't forget, it will soon be football season again. Awesome. Oh, wow. Another terrific day at work. I was such a good cashier today. I'm just getting better all the time. Oh, look. I have 4 messages on the answering machine. I bet I know just what 3 potential billionaires have called for me today. And I think I know who that 4th call might be from, too. You have 4 messages. Message number 1. Hello, D'Artagnan. This is Lee Gotch, the representative of Enormous Profit Records. Your album is one of the greatest albums I've ever heard in my life. It is a pop masterpiece. We heard about how Randolph Science was rude to you. We apologize for his words and actions. And sending that telegram was most certainly uncalled for. But D'Artagnan, you'll be happy to know that your pop album has sparked so much interest in the music industry that the record executive strike is over and the scabs have gone back to Michigan and back to their jobs as snuff film peddlers. Now you can talk business with people you can trust, with Ohioans. All of us here at Enormous Profit Records are completely astonished. Your album is one of the best ever. We don't have to change a single thing. We want to offer you $100 million. This is message number 2. Hello, D'Artagnan. This is Marvin Charles Bailey, an executive on behalf of Large Cheese Records. Well, let me tell you something. Everybody down here is pretty excited about this extraordinary record that you have sent us. And you were so polite on the phone. We had such a good talk. I was thoroughly impressed by your positive attitude. Then, after hearing this record just one time, I knew we had to sign you up for a big, huge time money record deal. We want to offer you $101 million. This is message number 3. Hello, D'Artagnan. This is Mark McLean representing Big Fucking Bank Records. I'm so sorry that Scotty Evolution was rude to you, but now the strike is over, and we have sent those scabs back up to that state up north. That's where they belong. We love your album, and I beg of you to call me back. We want to offer you $102 million and a really nice Ohio State University scarf. Message number 4. Hello there, D'Artagnan. This is Genevieve Josephine, and I'm calling you up as a desperate woman. I'm so upset I've even been contemplating suicide. It's all account of the fact that I'm 7.5 months pregnant, and I'm standing in my apartment barefoot with a boyfriend in prison. So if you have an alternative idea to my own ideas of committing suicide, please give me a call. I know exactly what I'm going to do. After spending a lovely evening with Miss Josephine, I'm going to sign up with all 3 record labels. I can easily make 2 more records with my back stock of material. And that way, I can get all the money from all the record labels, and I can also get that awesome Ohio State scarf. Kick ass!
Wow. What a crazy 2 months it's been. I'm already at my second #1 hit single, and my album is also #1 on the pop charts. Everything has happened so fast that I didn't even have time to move out of my house.
I have 2 more albums nearly finished, and with release dates set over the next 6 months, I plan to saturate the market and clog the pop charts with top 20 D'Artagnan Jones hit singles. I am accepting all these new changes quite naturally and gracefully. I am finding great ease separating my new life from my old life. I find the transition quite natural, and I can't wait to start playing my sold-out arena concerts, filling them with people and the sounds of my #1 hit singles. Now I have the opportunity to cast upon the world the bright light that is the joy that has always been my life, the enriched, wholesome organ memories. They remain with me to be used as a beacon of light to guide me through my new life.
Well, off to work on another pop album. I hope everyone has enjoyed this exposé displaying the world of D'Artagnan Jones and how I got my foot into the door of musical history. Thank you for joining me on the realest of reality TV.
Now, don't forget the important lessons learned in this documentary. I love being a grocery store cashier. Your music collections are nothing compared to mine. Football and the Beach Boys are the greatest things in the world. And the 2 most important things, I am a civil servant for all humanity, and I do believe that all humans are directly obligated alike. But in the meantime, keep on working, playing, living, and loving. Keep on partying, and most importantly,
Go Bucks! 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 Go 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 Buck eyes! Buck eyes! Buck eyes! Buck eyes! All right! Buck eyes! Yeah! Fuck yeah! Living a life, loving it all. Having some fun. control. Getting it on. Having a ball. Loving life. Out of control. Ripping it